Mr. 0063 back for more Make a Good Mega Man level contest number 2. Last time out, I finished the contest entries, so yeah, beat all 81 of them, culminating in the last 2, my favourite 2 of the entire game. So Stage Nobody Asked For by NC 1037 and Identity Crisis by Shinryu. Those 2, yeah, so glad they ended up getting a second and first place respectively, because they were my 2 favourite entries in the entire contest. But yeah, with that out of the way, it's time to go take on the Wily stages. So yeah, let's go quickly talk to Dr. Light first, just in case he has anything new to say to us or tells us more about the fortress. I think we already did this, but just to check anyway. So, 104 energy elements, absolutely staggering. I feel like I should be rewarding you somehow, but right now I can't think of anything. Oh, we've got a new costume anyway. And that's just the same. Okay, same thing. Fine. Okay, so maybe we just maybe we just jump into the jump into the our spaceship, and we're off. Notice progress in the Wily Star is automatically saved, and you can return to these levels at any time. So this one works a bit differently to how the first fortress was handled. With the that is particularly loud, so bear with me while I turn that down a bit. Hopefully you can still hear it, and it's not too quiet now. But yeah, that came up very loud. But yeah, unlike going straight to the Wily Fortress stages, and I think in this case it's Wily Star 2 or Wily Star Mark 2 or whatever, we actually have a bit of a Gradius section, for want of a better word, or we have this little spaceship section outside where we actually have to get to the fortress in the first place. So yeah, this is kind of nice. Probably something that you could again cheese with dual satellite, but let's not do that. Let's see if we can just get through normally. I feel again like I'm actually doing something more than just basically sitting there with your satellite on as well, which frankly is pretty boring to watch, pretty boring to commentate over as well. So yeah, I'll actually try and make some regular progress through with just the Mega Buster. It does a fine job. There's nothing here. I don't think there's any enemies here that I think have like ridiculous amounts of health anyway. I think they all actually die to like one hit from the dual satellite, which is why that would be a good option. But yeah, there's nothing here with particularly bulky health bars or anything. So yeah, there are a few annoying enemies, dragonflies being one of them. But yeah, it's not so difficult that I don't think I can get through it. So let's stick with the Mega Buster. Enemies that home in are going to be particularly annoying, but oh well. That is bad. This ladybug thing is like in the worst possible position because I can't quite get anywhere near being able to hit it. Because every time I go to like the right to try and get a bit sort of to fake it out, I need to end up coming back to the left, and I can never get round on the other bloody side of the damn thing. So yeah, okay, fine. I'll tank some hits and just kill the ladybug from the other side, because that was starting to just get irritating. That ladybug constantly there circling me, and yeah, couldn't get rid of the bloody thing. I think I was doing pretty well damage-wise up to that point as well. But anyway, after a certain amount of time, we have a boss. But isn't too bad, I think. So he likes to, yeah, that attack is the annoying one he does. So he likes to shoot out the sort of, I don't know what to call them, icicles or not, but he also likes this moon rock attack, and then also this attack where he's like charges up a shot and sends it at you. It doesn't kind of like go completely homing, but it seems to sort of go, to the left of the screen in sort of diagonals, and you want to try and get out of the way of it as much as possible. But easier said than done sometimes. But yeah, not just one phase, we've got a second phase. So now, you tend to get a little bit kind of screwed over with some of the shots, or some of those charge shots in this section. Particularly when the ceiling or the floor with these green poles or whatever start rising up in awkward positions. For the most part, it's not too bad. You want to pay attention to where these these crystals are going, and sort of find the gaps in between. But yeah, it's generally not too bad. I don't find you take much damage from this boss either, really. And then the final phase, basically, we have these whole bunch of lasers that come in. They drain the boss's health, and yeah, but keep mucking around. Oh, that's bad. That's very bad. And please don't die. I went the wrong way there. Oh dear, and lost so much of my flipping health there. It looked like I did a terrible job there at the end, but If I hadn't got caught by the laser at the end, it would have been much better looking than that. But yeah, the lasers keep coming in, keep spawning in even after the boss is defeated. So yeah, keep dodging them. And yeah, don't go up when I did there after the boss was just defeated. I think you want to head down then, because there were 2 in a row there. And yeah, I got caught out. But anyway, into the fortress proper. And we're here when we've got Snow and Pyro having made the first stage. So I don't know whether to call this Wily 1 or Wily 2. I think we'll probably call it Wily 0 for the first level, and we'll call this Wily 1, the sort of actual fortress stage. But yeah, I don't know. I think that would go better with the way the judges kind of work, with them being like first, second, third, fourth, fifth judges. So yeah, we'll call the spaceship section Wily 0 or Wily 0.5 maybe. And yeah, we'll call Snow and Pyro's level, the first actual fortress level, I guess, Wily 1. And we've got a kind of a Centaur Man gimmick, I suppose, with the with water that kind of recedes and floats up, and we need to use it to get to get extra height on our jumps in order to make platforms. It's a nice touch. We're also going to see it from the floor as well. And yeah, it does make platforming incredibly nervous at times. I will certainly give it that. But it's interesting, and I like the gimmick. I also like the very ominous feeling we got to this stage as well with the music. We do unfortunately have a lot of these. These are going to be a sort of staple of this level. These ghost devil things that just kind of like continually go along the floor and are a little bit annoying, to say that, but they're not so bad. But the fact that they keep spawning in and it's very difficult to kill them, or certainly you certainly can't kill them with the Mega Buster alone anyway. You have to keep using special weapons. Is a little bit awkward. And the other gimmick, which you've seen obviously kind of take in play for quite a while now, are these metal presses, which are also a nice little touch to the level, and I quite enjoy them for the most part. We also get these Piccato 24s in the stage, which surprises me enormously, given the amount of hatred I remember a lot of the judges commenting on Piccato 24s during some of the contest entries. Yet we've got them in the Wily Fortress for some reason. And I might be grossly misremembering this, but I'm pretty sure Snow and Pyro herself was one who actually said that she hated those enemies. So I don't know whether this is some sort of revenge or something, but yeah, a slightly odd choice for a weapon that's supposedly hated that actually gets put into the stage. But oh well, I say I don't mind them that much, so yeah, I don't have too much of an issue with them. I'm going to sort of obviously play this kind of as normal for the moment, but this is quite tense with the obviously the water here, that kind of goes away quite quickly. And needing to make a lot of big platforming movements. I think there's oh blast it! There was platforms there. Okay, so I was safe there. That was a bit annoying. But yeah, this isn't half nerve-wracking with the water and such like that. So you probably want to clear out the bombs as much as possible, but timing out the jumps so that you obviously have going to get the maximum height when the water is up is nerve-wracking to say the least. Particularly when you're having to sort of deal with those platforms that turn themselves, the ones we've seen a lot of in this screen, the ones that you sort of jump on and they sort of flip round, if you will. So yeah, those are, and you've got to have to keep jumping as well. So for the most part, you can probably keep just hopping around on them, but nevertheless, I'm probably not going to use Hornet Chaser on you, Al, because they're going to go for the Ghost Devils instead. So. Let's see whether dual satellite does the trick. Well, oh, not really. Well, it did, I suppose, but yeah, I still got hit by the buzzards. The one on the previous screen wasn't too bad. That one was particularly annoying, and this one will be as well, I think. Maybe I should be using Hornet Chaser. That one, I feel like it's a bit closer, and the Hornets will actually go for them rather than the Ghost Devil things. So yeah, that one's a bit easier to hit with Hornet Chaser, I think. I mean, the buzzards are a nice enemy, don't get me wrong, but they aren't half annoying. And here we've got the water coming up from the floor this time now, but yeah, incredibly quickly. So yeah, make your jumps count and yeah, just try and time them out nicely. It's all the really advice I can give. It's very, very nerve-wracking. That is just the phrase for this level. Obviously not quite so bad when there aren't pits all over the place, but Yeah, for a situation like this, for example, where I scored a bloody buzzard back on screen, really? Where you've got, you know, these ghost enemies that are kind of continuously coming in, and yeah, pits, and the water is going away really quickly. It's incredibly tricky to time out. This in particular. So there, that's bad. That's incredibly bad, and now I'm in a bit of a pickle. And yeah, I need to end up keep mucking around there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try and do that legitimately, but I think what I'm going to do when I haven't got the buzzards coming up from the ceiling is put on wheel cutter, just because I think I'm alright for the first few sections, because it's very, very easy to mess up those sections, and I feel like at least with wheel cutter, I'm not abusing the stage or just cheesing the stage, if you will, by using Super Arrow or Rush Jet or anything like that. I think we have got them here, haven't we? Yeah, they're not blocked out or anything. But yeah, wheel cutter will sort of allow me to save myself should something go wrong. So yeah, if I messed up that jump, then I would be able to, you know, use wheel cutter up the wall. So I think I'm gonna do that from now on. So rather than cheese the stage completely, I'll do something like that. Yeah, don't fancy just continually dying. It'd be very boring for you to watch and quite frustrating for me to play. So yeah, I think I'll probably end up trying to do this absolutely legitimately without sort of, you know, using wheel cutter or anything whilst going through. But I feel like needs must during a let's play. Okay, hopefully you go for the buzzard. Yep, good. And not just Picasso 24s as well, but yeah, ones that were hidden behind indestructible blocks, and also ones that are themselves indestructible. So, yeah, like this one on this screen. Feels like a very odd design choice, if you ask me. Random sliding! Wow, you shot that off in quick succession. I was not expecting... I do not think you really should have shot that off so quickly there. You shot like once, and I was like, okay, I'll move up the ladder again. You shot straight away afterwards. That caught me completely off guard. Yeah. So did the fact that there were spikes there that I did not see at all. Well, at least we hit a checkpoint. That's right there. Wow, did not see those spikes at all. I appreciated the water was there. That was gonna obviously, yeah, make me jump higher. But no, not the fact that there were spikes on the ceiling there. Get out Hornet Chaser again. I'm just going to do that for these buzzers because they are incredibly annoying. Wow, how did I miss those spikes? Okay, and I think we're sort of getting into the home stretch. Let's take that out quickly. And we've got an auto-scroll section, so yeah. Again, very nerve-wracking, and you're absolutely going to have to keep up now as well. So yeah. Apologies if I end up going a bit quiet, but I'm trying to concentrate. I think I'll keep wheel cutter on, actually. I don't know why I took that off. I'll get rid of that first, if I can. I don't want that hanging around. Hurry up and get out of the way. Cool. Good. Good. Oh, blast it. Get those bombs out of the way as quick as possible. And of course be conscious that there are spikes on the ceiling, so don't jump too high. Wow, that's got me incredibly nervous. Yep, fine. I'll tank the hit. I was pretty sure I was going to get hit there, but yeah, what I was most worried about was getting knocked back. But yeah, I'll take that. Ding it. And we're right at the end as well, so please don't come back and whack me. Yeah. Hair-raising level, definitely. But we're through it. And from memory, we get a fun little boss at the end. Mecha Bubble Man? Whatever its official name is. He does have 2 health bars. But for the most part, it's a pretty fun fight. So, yeah, he starts off going off-screen and shooting these, like, they feel like the Mario sort of ghost enemies from Mario 2. Well, it certainly looked like that anyway. He then shoots out this bubble, danger app, sorry. Then has a giant metal fish from under the screen. This attack is pretty much where you can really layer on the shots, so he starts to shoot bubbles that split apart. We then get mines that drop from the ceiling, but for the most part they're really no problem. The tell for when he's going to appear from under the screen, this is the attack I don't like, the fish, because I always find it really difficult to avoid those. But yeah, this tell from where he's going to appear from under the screen when he's going to jump up is pretty much the little kind of little air bubble, if you will, if that's what it actually is. But yeah, he only has really one attack here that I don't like, despite the fact he sort of disappears off screen for quite a while. I generally find this quite a fun fight. The only one I don't like, or maybe at least I would say don't like, but have a lot of trouble actually dodging, is the fish from either side of the screen. Other than that, I find it pretty reasonable, to be honest. I might actually keep a charge shot on this time, and no, still didn't actually take it out. So I would have been better off just actually attacking Mecha Bubble Man rather than trying to dodge that. Oh well. I'm still winning, so I don't think there should be any problems with this fight. And indeed not. Cool. Yeah, fun little level that. Very nerve-wracking, very on edge whenever I go through, and of course it's very easy to mess up, like as I demonstrated with messed up jumps. And I just pause here to say, just to point out, second stage by Dupy Hornet, second judge in order. Yeah, Sorry Empire was the first one, so we're going to call this one Wily 2. I guess I might... Actually, I'm safe there. They're not going to hit me, are they? Nothing there's going to hit me. Yeah. Just to recap on that last stage. Yeah, a very nerve-wracking, hectic stage. Easy to mess up on, as I clearly proved. You've got to watch out for stuff all around with the spikes and particularly on the ceilings, and not jump too high into them. I kind of came a cropper there. I would recommend... Well, if you're just doing this casually, I guess I would recommend Rush Jet or Super Arrow to bypass some of the pit sections where the water is going down from the ceiling, or indeed up from the floor. Those are quite difficult to time out, or if you don't get the timing sort of right initially, they can be very hard to sort of reset yourself. But at the time I kept mucking around on the platform for about 10 seconds trying to get it nicely done. That was just the timing just did not work out very nice at all. But ultimately, what I did do in the end, because I messed up again actually, was use wheel cutter. That's actually really nice, just as sort of a safeguard in those particular sections to ride up the wall. So I would recommend wheel cutter as a sort of a safety net, if you will. But overall fun little level, and I really like the boss of that stage as well. It's challenging when you don't know to learn obviously the pattern and what goes on, but nothing ever feels really too bad with it, apart from say that one fish attack, which I just never seem to be able to dodge the things coming in from either side at any point in time. They seem like they've got a little bit too much health compared to what the other sort of minor enemies the boss spawns in. But oh well, I can't take you out from there. Okay. Well, in that case, and I suppose it's interesting to note as well that while on the pause menu here, we have got certain options disabled. So we haven't got a wheel cutter, we also haven't got rush jet, a rush coil, or the super arrow. So yeah, if you're sort of nervous on jumping over pits and such like that, then this is going to be a nerve-wracking stage for you, and potentially for me as well, given some depending on some of the jumps we've got coming up. Not having access to in particular rush jet and super arrow makes me nervous. But from memory, here is one of the main gimmicks to this stage. Yoku blocks in conjunction with getting keys in order to break apart locks. So we're going to take this slowly. I'm going to pay attention here again. I recognise the pattern to get the key, but I want to make sure I've got the pattern right to get through to the lock. So I think that's all sorted. And I knew that I was going to get glitched by that because I moved way too slowly there. I nearly got caught out, but still came out all right, which is good. But this is going to be our main gimmick, I would say, for the stage. We got a lot of enemy kind of challenges throughout, but one of the key things that's going to show up again and again is this idea of Yoku blocks with a key to get through, or a locked door, and we need to collect a key to get through, which usually means we're probably going to have to do. That's nice. Which usually means we're going to have to do the Yoku sort of sections at least twice. One in order to get the key, and then one in order to go for the lock. You probably can rush through the things, but
Oh, sorry, that's a bad word. Rush, since you haven't got rush coil or rush jet. You probably can speed through them, but I don't think it's worth the risk. Oh, well, I'm reminded of this room, because this one has the jump to get from the top set of Yoku blocks to the gate is incredibly annoying. And I don't have rush coil or rush jet or super arrow, so I don't have a lot of time to get ready for this. Because I want to I need to position myself like right on the right hand edge of the block, and coupled with that, there are spikes that appear right there as well, which can really mess you up if you're not quick. So I'm glad I pulled that off. That is a very tricky jump, or I remember it causing me a lot of troubles. A lot of trouble when I first played this area. So I'm relieved to get that done first go. That is an awkward jump. Okay, and that was part 1 of the stage. Here we go with part 2, with a completely changed tile set, but I can't say looks too amazing, to be honest. I mean, I'm getting a very kind of like Wily Fortress kind of Wily Fortress vibe from like previous Mega Man games, but yeah, I can't say the background to the first area looked fine, but I can't say I'm particularly fond of this one. But oh well. That's going to hit me, isn't it? Yeah. But as soon as I get closer to these like ball chucking spider enemies, then yeah, the arc of their ball. That was not my fault. That death was not my fault. I don't know if this is because I had that happen in some earlier stages as well. I don't know if that is a stage fault or a problem with the engine in this game, because it happened. I can't remember what exactly. I know what stage it happened in. I can't remember the name of the blooming thing. So apologies, I won't get the reference completely right. But there was one area that I was dying. It was like snowy as well. There was one area where I was like dying a lot at the end. And, you want to take out those things, by the way, before they actually start spinning around and going all over the platforms. But there was one screen where I clipped like the edge of a ledge and walked forward, and it was really freaking annoying because I clipped forward into a pit, and there the very same thing happened. I clipped forward into to the spikes. That was yeah, very annoying. Yeah, this one you really can't do too much with before it starts to spin around manically. Can I actually? I don't think I can get that, can I? No. Now, I can't now anyway, because I haven't got the utility items I need to get it. So, yeah, I was thinking I might refill my health with the M-Tank and then go and collect that, but no, I can't do it. I'm going to take that out with Hornet Chaser. I think I don't trust it, just in case it sort of goes right down the ladder rather than to the side with its momentum off. Just in case it goes all the way down the ladder and knocks me off, I'm going to take that out from a safe distance. I'm probably not going to get that in time, so go my B. Good. Or go my Hornet, I should say. But you wouldn't believe how nervous I am on these types of screens now as well, with the stupid random slide that could potentially screw me up, just playing on my mind constantly. Okay, spike drop, not too bad. Can you actually get in this little area here? Well, I killed you before we got there anyway, so. Oh, get close. And hopefully that won't hit me. Yep, fine. The arc of those shots goes above my head. I guess I'm going to take you out just in case you end up being annoying later. I don't think you should be. Okay, giant cat. No problem. And into part 3. So hopefully we've reached another checkpoint. I presume so, given that I died and we started off at the beginning of the second part of this. So okay, let's have a little look at this. Okay, so I think I want to go up and then to the left, then up again, slide in there, keep sliding, and then go, and then hug to the hug right, and not miss that jump. I'm very conscious of not hitting those spikes above, like at the top as well. But, so I was going to say I'll take this as slow as it needs to be, and I'll probably still die. Keep hitting my head on the ceiling there, obviously. Okay, fine. And then right on the edge, yeah, and then we're fine. That was appallingly timed, but I got an extra life to refill full health anyway, so who cares? Well, I care. That was appallingly timed. Third big eye. Oh, you would jump. Right, wow, really? I'm going to reset that, and we'll do it again. Hopefully you won't jump big 3 times. You are not giving me enough time to hit you. I obviously could get out a weapon here and do it, and do that, but... yeah, that's better. Thank you. Triple blade, I guess, would be my recommendation. Yeah, I saw the fan fiend there and got incredibly nervous, so I tanked the hit from this thing, so I could see where the arcs of those balls were going to go. But I thought with the fan fiend, what I can do is, you know, make sure that I don't. This is a nervous jump. Make sure I don't get blown into the spikes. So I'll get hit, and hopefully, if I do end up landing on the spikes, then the invincibility frames will save me. I don't actually quite worked out, but still. Okay, so we're going to do this in 2 bits. So those blocks to the left. Oh, that's okay. So I need to go all the way to the left and then back to the right. And I'm going to watch that again because I wasn't quite sure. Okay, so on those blocks, left again, right, and then okay on the left-hand side of that block. Then wait a minute, I want to check that one last time. The spikes go away. Do the spikes go away while the block's still there? Yes, and then I can slide back to the ladder. Okay. Right, cool. Now I just need to watch this one more time so I know where I'm going to get out of the stage. Okay, fine. So I just get to the same block I did before, and then just keep going left. Cool. Not a big eye this time, but potentially just as annoying, although it has got fewer health. And I think we made it to the boss. It's a very weird ghost type thing. Not quite sure what to call this thing, but from memory it's pretty easy, I think. This is probably one of its more difficult attacks, but yeah, he basically just goes to one corner, shoots out a bunch of like lower, small projectiles when he hits the floor, which are okay to dodge. You want to then jump over the thing, not slide into it. Wow. And then get out of the way of that as well. He then goes to the top of the screen and shoots out a few blocks, a few spheres down at you, but they're usually straightforward enough to dodge. And then he does this attack where he sends out like the mini copies of himself, and then lather, rinse, repeat. Really. Let's try and get out of the way a bit better this time. Yeah, he goes vertically down there. So yeah, the bomb attack is probably, although they don't actually hurt you when they first spawn in. So yeah, I think to be honest, you can probably just start in one corner and slowly move to the other corner, and you'll be absolutely fine with that. But yeah, pretty simple boss all in all, I think. And yeah, not a bad stage. It's built very much on platforming challenges, I guess, rather than gimmicks. Although, say, the Yoku blocks sections with the keys probably counts as its main gimmick, I suppose. But yeah, it's not like it's probably not as in depth or in detail as the receding and rising water, both from the floor and the ceiling from Snowman Pyro stage. But yeah, no, I think GB1 did a good job with that. And yeah, it's again another one of those all Wily Fortress stages. I mean, this one actually to a lesser extent, I think. This one may be my favourite of the lot, actually. Enjl stage, Wily 3. We're going to call it Wily 3. But yeah, Wily 2, Wily still was still a good stage, and yeah, a little bit hectic with lots of spikes and Yoku block sections all around, just very tight jumps. But no, all in all, still pretty good. But anyway, here we are in Wily 3. And I'm going to avoid that. Although there is an enemy that would have turned the lights back on straight away afterwards. Come on, drop a skull, then I can go, thank you. So yeah, this whole stage is built around... We haven't actually seen it yet. Is that solid platform there? Well, I assume so, but not going to risk it. But this whole stage is built around these switches, which are used in pretty creative ways. So yeah, pretty much any time we see a switch, we're going to want to hit it, and yeah, it's going to do something. So yeah, I like that one sort of shot you down onto the switch to put the floor there, and then we need to jump up and hit it to get rid of the floor. But yeah, basically the switches are going to be our main thing from now on. I think they're used really nicely. So again, hit this switch, the springs go away, and we can move down. And sometimes they do really weird things with the terrain, so we hit that switch, and the platforms that we could have used previously are now gone. But yeah, we get a set of springs, and we can now progress up here. Oh, that was nearly bad. I don't know what I'd quite call the background of this. It looks sort of Toadman-esque, but sort of slightly discoloured, which I kind of like. This one's probably a little bit sneaky. You would kind of perhaps think... That was annoying. Charge shots will take those things out, perhaps? Good grief. I did not want to do that, did I? Because I forgot they would turn the lights off. So now I can't actually see what's going on. That's great. But yeah, basically you actually want to... You might think you go down in the pit there, but no, you go up and hit this switch, and now all of a sudden you can walk along here and go to the left. Yeah, apologies, I did not really want to turn the lights off there. That was bad. Right, so we'll kill that enemy from a distance, and then we'll use the switch to put the springs back. And just make it to the health. Yay. This is, I think, where we want to go this time, but there's a block in the way, so we're going to need to go over to the left-hand side. I'm going to leave that devil thing there, actually, because I seem to remember this switch doing not only getting rid of the block we saw over to the left-hand side, but doing something fairly neat as well. Yeah, getting rid of an enemy, which is also something really nice. I think it might spawn this one back in, or maybe spawn that one in or something, but yeah, the switch doesn't just alter the terrain, it also might put in or get rid of enemies. So that's something else to watch out for. Whopper sub-boss. I'm not going to call them mid-bosses anymore, because I've got no idea where I am throughout the level. Again, this is kind of interesting. So, careful here when I next jumped, because I want to basically, now I know that platform's going there, I need to jump and move so that so that the platform's there. If I jump when the switch was up and I head off to the right, then the chances are I'll flick the switch down and it'll get rid of the platform. So, yeah, again, nice creative use of these switches to alter the terrain. And I nearly messed up there, by the way. I nearly jumped to that split part devil enemy and nearly jumped into the switch again, which would have got rid of this floor I was standing on, and I'd have died. That was not good. I got away with it. Okay, there was an enemy that would have done that. Okay, so I think for this one, I want to get rid of this and then move off when I'm hitting it down. So it will put the floor there. Yes, good. Okay, fairly straightforward, that screen. Hit that switch, I think we'll get rid of the... oh no, we need to hit it on the way down, don't we? Yep, and then we set that enemy free. Which is a bit annoyingly placed, admittedly, but oh well. And again, that switch puts another enemy in. But we can just bypass it, no big deal. Right, this one's a bit convoluted. I think we need to end up going back and forth quite a few times in this one. So, right, yeah, up here. This hits that switch. And now we need to hit the switch again, I think, and we'll get a bunch of springs again. So hit that switch. Yeah, get rid of it. Oh, we got rid of the sodding. Did that wrong. I hit the switch again, bounced up and hit the switch, and then put the bloody wall back in place. So, okay, so just the once, thank you. Don't hit it again. But to say, even though I messed up, fairly straightforward to reset, so no issue with that. Need to think about this. That's what I need to do. No, that's not what. I'm an idiot. Yeah, get rid of the floor and then walk off. Don't jump, otherwise, yeah, you'll reactivate the bloody the floor, and you won't be able to jump on the springs. Okay, time for a mini enemy gauntlet. Every switch we hit puts another switch into play, but also brings about some kind of minor enemy. But as I say, since we're never dealing with more than a couple at a time, and yeah, they all die fairly quickly, then not really any major problem. I think we've hit the end now, so yeah, the ladder that's on the right-hand side now has meant we can now get up. What have we actually... So, okay, we have got Rush Jet and Super Arrow disabled. Although I could have used Wire to get up there, but, oh well. Let's do it the proper way. This bit's interesting. I'll take you out, because why the hell not? But, yeah, hit the switches, the platforms go away. I mean, you're not going to fall into a pit if you mess that up, but, yeah, just like a nice little section right at the end there. And a bit of a fake out there with the switch, which we can never reach. And we're dropped into the boss. That was a really cool level, and I like that a lot. And then we get this really cool boss at the end of it as well. So this thing does, we've got one of them at the moment, he does a variety of attacks, so if he's at the bottom of the screen he'll charge across the screen. He also doesn't have any invincibility frames as well, so maybe charge shotting is not necessarily the way to go. I'm a bit disappointed he's not done too many other moves at the moment, but yeah, sometimes he'll go to the top of the screen and slam down. Sometimes I might let this play out a bit so we can see a few more moves. Because I think this is a pretty easy boss, all in all, as well. So, come on, you've got two additional attacks where you sort of spawn in the middle. Yeah, this one, where he does the sort of the circling pattern outwards. And then one more, one more where he does the two kind of spread shot attacks. One where it goes vertically and horizontally, and then one where it goes diagonally. So anyway, that's enough of that. We kill the first one. And now we get two together. And while you think this would be incredibly awkward and difficult, it really isn't. I think this is still pretty straightforward. They obviously do two different things. Well, they can do. Sometimes they do the exact same thing, like now. Perfect example, right on cue. Yeah, they are... Wow, that was clumsy. They are... Yeah, you'd think this would be kind of awkward. I'm all of a sudden it's going completely to pot. But yeah, you'd think this would be awkward. But actually, I still think this is very reasonable, even though there are two on screen. I particularly like that one as well, where they both appear, you know, on opposite sides of with the circling one. Just looks so cool, sort of just standing in the middle and avoiding both of them. So yeah, obviously again it becomes a lot easier if you take out one, so you may want to focus your attention on one of them as well, but frankly I'm not really paying attention to which one I'm hitting, I'm just sort of hitting the one that's most in range. I mean again, sometimes if they're... You have to focus on ultimately what's in front of you anyway, so if one is a bit more out of reach, then yeah, go for the one that's more within range. But yeah, messed up a little bit in the middle there, I feel like. Didn't do so great in the middle there, but no, that's a really fun boss as well, and so well introduced. I like it sort of... with you getting the one of them first off, and then, you know, you sort of learn all their attacks and everything, and I was pleased I kind of showed off everything I had there. Fourth stage, by the way, by Wily 4, by Guerreri, the fourth judge. But I'm going to stop there, I'm not going to go into Wily 4 now, because this stage is going to take me a bloody long time. So, yeah, I think with Wily's 0, 1, 2 and 3 out of the way, I'll leave it at 4 stages, because, yeah, this is going to be a long one. But, yeah, just to reflect on that boss again, or go back to reflecting on that boss again, all of his attacks are very reasonable, very telegraphed in terms of what's going to happen. Pretty easy to dodge for the most part, certainly when there's only one on screen. And I like to introduce it first off just with the one, so you can get used to all its attacks, and then second time round it throws two at you, and then your immediate reaction is, oh my goodness, I've got to dodge two of these now at the same time. But it's actually very reasonable. Sometimes they do the exact same thing as well, which sort of makes them a little easier to dodge. But now, once you've gotten used to all the attacks as well, it's easy enough to sort of position yourself in areas where you're going to be safe, you know, from the various attacks it does. And yeah, what you'd think would be really unfair or really hectic with the two of them in you know, working together, is actually still very reasonable and very fun. And of course, obviously, you can focus your attention on one to drain its health and then deal with only one again. But as I say, I just basically attack the one that's in range, or the easiest one to attack, and not worry about having to deal with two, because frankly, and it's a little bit tougher than dealing with one, obviously, but it's still very reasonable and still very fun. And yeah, anyway, that was the boss, and I really like the stage. I really like the way it uses those switches from Drill Man stage from Mega Man 4 primarily to yeah, do a whole bunch of like platform challenges and alter the terrain, put enemies in and such like that. I think it's a really clever and innovative level, and yeah, one of my favourites in the Fortress stages. Wily 5 is probably another one I like, but I think I don't know. We'll see how I feel after I've gone through Wily 5. But it's definitely either Wily 3 or Wily 5 that is my favourite. But yeah, based on that playthrough or the level I've just done, I would say Wily 3. But I'll hold fire until I've done Wily 5 for this Let's Play, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, really enjoyed those sets of Wily stages, and particularly ending off with Wily 3, which I think is probably either my favourite or second favourite. It's a good way to end the video. Not least because, yeah, for the third time, this level, Wily 4, is humongous. So, yeah, if I started this now, I'd be here for, I don't even know how long. So, yeah, gonna leave it there. Wily's 0, 1, 2 and 3 done. And next time, I'll be kicking off Wily 4, Guerreri's stage. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and tune in next time for Wily 4. Until then, cheerio.